Hello my little sand snorters. A lot of you guys wanted a tutorial on how I made my gourdy plushie, and so I'll kind of go over it the best I can today, because I don't really plan on making another one, but I'll try and go over the pattern the best I can and like how I put it together. Here's a look at the pattern I made. I'll give you a second to look at it, so you can like trace it or whatever you do. I don't really know. I use like minky fabric for gourdy. It's kind of like stretchy a little bit. And then so I used orange and green, and I used like brown for the stem and his mouth. But I couldn't find my brown fabric. But this is just like what I used. Okay, I want to go in depth in the pattern, but I'll do that in a second. But first of all, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for over 100,000 views on my last video. On average, I get around 1,400 views per video, so that is just incredible to me how that blew up like that. Like, thank you guys so much. I suppose it makes the most sense to start with the head because that's what I normally do, but you're going to want to cut out this piece 7 times, and yeah. And then you fold that like in half, like those 7 pieces in half, and you're gonna like sew them like right along here, like on the fold. So the soft part will be on this side. You're gonna go to the like not soft part, so like the part on the inside, and like have the, don't sew on the outside, but you fold it in half, have the soft part be on the inside, and sew along this line, and you're gonna do that 7 times. After that, you're going to connect all those 7 folded pieces just by like putting them on top of each other and sewing like around here. I'll give you a better look at his head so you can kind of like see more of what I'm saying. Like this would be one piece, I folded it in half, sewed it, and then I connected it to another piece. So every 2 folds, or like this is technically one piece, if you know what I'm saying. But here's like a better look at his head. After I made like his whole headpiece, you can just use like felt or like actual fabric, but I don't have a pattern for the face. I kind of just freestyled. But I just cut out the pieces on like felt or fabric, and then you just sew them on like by hand. And then I again don't have a pattern for the stem, but I'll give you a good look at it so you can maybe make your own. It's just a little bit shorter than his little leaf. But this is the leaf piece. You just put it on the fabric, cut it out, sew it, turn it inside out. Make sure you sew like really small stitches and like pretty close to the edge. Once you make the stem piece and his leaf, you turn them inside out, step them very lightly, and then just hand sew them right on his head. So you can kind of see like my stitches from sewing them on. The next step I'll talk about is his body. So you're going to cut 2 of these pieces and just 1 of these. And I'll give you a look at his body. You can see 2 of these, and then this is the bottom. You're going to just like sew it on like there, so it kind of looks like a can. Okay, so you take these 2 pieces and you fold them on top of each other, and make sure the soft part is on the inside, and then you sew along here and along here, but leave this part and this part open. Then you take your bottom, and again make sure the soft part would be on the inside, and you kind of just like hold it up against here and like go around and sew these 2 pieces on the bottom to kind of show you, like just hold them like that and then just kind of go around and sew it. Then after that, you turn it inside out. Make sure this part is open, because this part gets closed off when you put this piece on. But turn it out inside out, stuff it, and then so far we just have the head and then the body. For the arm, I did this piece green. This would be the palm, so like the green part on his hand, you're going to sew that on before you sew the hand together. But again, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these per arm. So technically, well, not 2 of these per arm, just 1 of these per arm, but 4 of these in total, 4 of these in total, 2 of these in total, and 9 of these in total. Yeah, this part I just didn't felt though. You just kind of, I'll explain it in a second. I'll start with the arm though, pretty easy. Just 4 of these, take 2 of them, fold them on top of each other, sew them, leave these 2 parts, like the top and bottom, open, turn it inside out, don't stuff it yet. Or, I guess technically you can close the top off actually, just make sure the bottom is left open, because that's where you're going to attach the hand. Then you take the hand piece, again you have 4 of these, but you just take 2 of them, fold them on top of each other. Now when they're folded, have your 3 pieces be folded inside of them, so then they get sewn in with the hand. But before you sew the hand, make sure you take your green piece and sew it on the hand first, like on the soft part, like soft on soft, so it's soft all the way. And just sew that on, and then take your 2 pieces and your claws, sew them inside out, and then turn it inside out, stuff it, and then you turn this inside out, stuff it, and then you're going to hand sew the arm onto there. So I'll kind of give you a good look at it. So you can see I hand sewed that on, I sewed this piece on, and I sewed the claw in the seam. Now, I should have said this early, but I do recommend being an experienced sewer. Anyway though, here's a better look at the arm. I think I already showed you, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm just going to do that twice for each arm. The leg is pretty simple. You're just going to cut 4 of these, 2 for each leg. Sew them, turn them inside out, stuff them. Then you just do that so you have both legs. So his tail was a bit tricky just because of how thin it was. But you just sew this, and then attach it to the leaf. Sew that again, and then just turn it inside out. You don't stuff this at all. And then you just attach this to the leaf. Do remember though to just leave like an opening on either side. It doesn't matter which one, just needs one opening. Once you have all the limbs, so arms, legs, tail, you're just going to hand sew them onto the body like I did here. Here's a better look at his tail if you need it. Just attach them. Anyways, I hope this tutorial helped. Sorry I'm so bad at explaining things, but I just hope you can make your own gourdy with what I gave you, because I'm pretty bad at explaining things. But I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, or whatever YouTubers say. Bye!